Autobots, transform!
What is up, Transformer fans? I am George, the 80s Transformer fan. In front of me, I have a big old box. We're going to do a head-to-head battle review. I am going to pit this Masterpiece Gold Optimus from Takara Tomy versus the KO. It's going to be a big review. Here he is out of the packaging. Here is the Masterpiece packaging. Takara Tomy over here. Transformers 30, I guess 35th anniversary. Transformers or 35th anniversary or something. It has Transformers Golden Lagoon Convoy. Long life design there. Picture of the product. Side of the box. Golden Lagoon Convoy. This is the top of the box. The gold foil writing. Very nicely done. Same thing on the side. Hit the bottom of the box to show you everything in the packaging. And and turning it around, you see the recreation of the artwork. Okay, this looks like it's actually from the cartoon right here. And maybe that is, it's kind of small, can't tell, it looks like it. And this is all new artwork, which is pretty freaking sweet. I think, is that Starscream giving us a big smile on the battlefield right there? You got Megatron, Beachcomber, Dead Center, Sea Spray, Perceptor, Ironhide, Omega Supreme, some of the jets, Power Glide, and Soundwave back there. It looks pretty sweet. And a couple more jets. And that's actually Dirge. You can make them out. So that is cool. Down here we have some of the other guys coming that are companion pieces for this toy, but not Masterpiece figures, you know, which go figure. They could have did Starscream or just one of the jets, Megatron. Which I have a gold KO Megatron, which will make an appearance at some point in this review. Anyway, the rest of the product shots, and I'm going to get to the KO. This is the KO box, and there's nothing sweet about it. It says Masterpiece, MB10 Megatron limited to 1,000 pieces, but this is the second run of limited to 1,000 pieces. The first one came out over 2 years ago. Like the KO companies beat the Masterpiece version to this. Somehow it's like 1,000 pieces again, or maybe it might be another KO coming in 1,000 pieces. And he has no real packing. He's in a box like this. He comes with this collector's card. And for those of you who don't know, I do a lot of unboxing on camera. So if you want to fast forward to the actual review, you can. But I'm going through the whole unboxing thing. He comes with like a credit card style collector's card, which is pretty cool. They have the gold on a little card, everything. So this is him in the packaging. Gonna get him to the side. Gonna jump to this guy. What do I want to open? I'm gonna open it over here. Slice his tape. Oh, and back to the KO. It's the second time they reissued it, and they had made it before they made this one, and you're gonna see the huge differences in them. When he comes out of this packaging, it's pretty much the exact same layout. Here these guys are side by side. This gold is much richer. It's killing it. It looks sick in the packaging. Oh man. So anyway, he comes packed with, I guess this is an instruction booklet. In this kit, the KO, they tell you don't transform because he's gold plated everywhere. And on the Takara one, they reserve the gold plating to certain areas so that you can transform it without chipping the gold. And they went all out. The gold looks incredible. So here's the booklet. Normally I'll open the booklets, but I don't know anything about this figure. I'm curious to see if it's just, yeah, it's just straight instructions. If I'd known that, I probably wouldn't have opened it. Anyway, let's get down to it. If you've seen any of my reviews, you know I had trouble with KOs, and this review will be no different. I have an issue with this KO over here, and I am the poster child for reasons you should not buy a KO. If you watch any of my Masterpiece knockoff videos, I have a problem with 95% of the KOs I've ever bought and purchased from TF Direct. So I'm going to slide this guy open, take him out, and oh man, he is gorgeous golden goodness. out of his packaging. And I can see 3 different goals immediately. Make that 4 different goals immediately out of the packaging. I mean, he looks stellar. And we're going to see if he's worth the $179. After I bought it and had it shipped to me, I had it for a few weeks now. I found it cheaper in a few places, but I didn't want to be bothered with taking it back. And I'm not going to get his accessories out just yet. I'm going to move on to the KO. Lay him down and get him open. They are vastly, vastly different. And again, this KO was made before they made this. I'm sure they're going to make a KO of this one that looks just like this. Just like they did with the shattered glass. The KO people came up with the shattered glass, or came to market with the shattered glass concept first. And it was a lot different than Hasbro shattered glass. And then they made one just like Hasbro shattered glass. So they had 2 versions. And I'm sure they're going to make one that looks just like this eventually. Give them a couple more months. All right, something that I noticed in my reviews, like after I watch them back, because a lot of times I don't watch them till after I post them, which is why they come out kind of funny and disconjointed. So, like I edit the parts where it transitions from one phase to another, but I don't sit there and watch the whole review till after I post it. And I noticed on previous KO reviews that the KOs are actually taller, significantly taller than the real deal. And you can see by the smokestacks here, I got them side by side, that it's taller, and you can see at the head it's taller. And it's funny because when I review them, I never paid attention to it because I'm so busy trying to do the review, if you kind of understand that. But anyway, we're gonna get hands on these guys. I got my surgical gloves out just so I don't have to wipe down all the fingerprints later from the little chrome pieces. So I'm gonna bring these guys closer, and we're gonna take a look at the color changes. No, the chroming changes, I should say, where you see they did not chrome the arm where you have a lot of motion and movement at. They left that unchromed. Over here they didn't. This is a different plastic in there. I think it's painted over. A bronze gold in there. And if I swing this guy arm around, I'm going to use this one because they're side by side. They chromed everything on this thing, and they tell you don't transform it because they chromed everything on it, and it's going to chip away and reveal the plastic underneath, which is kind of weird because they actually left some pieces unchromed because they were aware that it would come off. And it's done over here as well, where they were aware that this one's real stiff, would come off. So, but these guys just continue to hit it with a lot of chrome, which when I first saw this, I thought it was great. But now that you see the thought process that Takara put into it, it was like, okay, this is kind of stupid. So, but I was in love with it at the time. I actually tried to track it down and pay a boatload of money for it at one point. So over here we just have the chest chrome. If I can get it open, the bumper in there is chrome. Looks like the truck grill is chrome up top. Got the chrome here. The windows are translucent white, clear, crystal clear. Closing that up. His head, coming to his head. Looks like his eyes are clear plastic. The inner face beneath the battle mask is a gold plastic, the darker kind. It's chrome on the battle mask on the front of his head. They painted inside the little vents here, which actually makes it look sweet instead of just chroming over it like that. The ears, which articulate, and I guess you'll be touching a lot, they made sure not to chrome out. Yeah, they put a lot more thought into it. When I first saw it, it's like, oh man, they cheaped out on the chrome, but looking at it right now, it actually makes sense. So we come over to this guy, open up his chest. Everything's chrome, obviously, everything. And his chrome looks spectacular until you put it next to the richer chrome of the original. And we're gonna come up to his face. His face is all chrome. He has the white clear eyes in there. Coming to his ears. The ears on these guys hardly ever move anyway on the KOs. But his actually moves. And then I have ones that don't move, and where on the chrome it probably shouldn't move. The gold plated chrome. And I can't really get the doors to shut, and I don't want to force it. I think it's because of the overlay of chrome, like not letting it go flush. And coming to the waist, you can see we have two different golds here for the representation for the truck striping. It's a darker gold, as with the side and the top of the chest, and then you have a lighter gold here, I guess to make it stand out even more, which is pretty cool. He has more gold, a different gold at the crotch piece here. Then he has another gold on the hinge. I guess they had to come up with a different plastic that will still hold. And a lot of people talk about the gold plastic syndrome. That stuff is 20 something years ago now. It doesn't happen anymore. And I think it was just the one run of Hasbro products. It wasn't across the entire toy board with Mattel and everybody else. Coming to his hands, we have two different gold applications here. We have the darker gold on the back of the hand and the thumb, and the fingers are a lighter gold. And we have a different gold here on this little hinge. Why that is, I don't know, but it is there. He has a few golds going on. Coming down to his legs, he has some plating on the front here. Then he had what looks like the paint, then the gold, separate gold plastic there. And his feet as well, different plastics everywhere. Has the translucent bits in there. That little hinge is a different gold. Like you can see 1, 2, 3 golds right there in one area. They put a lot of love in this guy. I'm not sure if it's basically $200 worth of love. Coming around to the side, that rich gold on the gas tanks and the leg protector. And they also gold the tires, the plastic, the rubber. It is I don't know, is it soft plastic or is it straight up rubber? But they made that gold. The rims in there are gold. I guess we'll get to that in truck mode. Coming to his back, see if we can get this little compartment open. Take a look at that. The little hinges in here are gold, like right in there. Like wow, wonder what made them do that in gold. I don't think you can see it in truck mode. Back of his head is done in gold. Obviously, scoot him back a little bit and come over to this guy, and it is just gold everywhere. I like gold. His Autobot symbol is translucent plastic. I thought that was pretty neat. It's pretty cool over here. It's actually a paint. This is like one of the first ones where it's not a molded piece of plastic in there. It's a painted Autobot symbol in a bronze gold type color. All right, back to the KO guy. He has some clear bits in his forearm, which are present over here that I just missed out on. Clear bits in his waist as well. This guy has the clear bits here. He has the separate joint in there. Because they obviously thought about it. They just made a different choice with the direction they wanted to go. They just don't transform it. Just display it like this. Because it was packed with a letter telling you do not transform it, and it was in English. I don't know what I did with it, but anyway, you can see the hinges that are non-chromed out. Coming down to his feet, he has some more in there. Some more straight plastic. This is a bronze or brown in there. And I thought this thing was awesome till I saw Takara Tomy in hand. Turning him around. Oh, and I got this off of TF Direct. If you've seen my reviews and I talk about don't buy off TF Direct, and I keep going back to TF Direct, let me show you this. It's not broken, it's just missing the pin for the hinge. And I sent out, I've had this thing for like a month, maybe a month and a half now. And I told them I'm missing a pin, and how hard is it to send me a pin? I mean, I probably could put something in there, but I'm waiting for my damn pin. They said they would take care of it, but it's been a month. So if you buy a KO and you buy it off TF Direct, I've got 95% of my KOs have some type of defect. And some people might be like, it's not a big deal. You can easily fix that, but I shouldn't have to. I paid $125 for this KO. I shouldn't have to fix it. And you can see The tire differences, they're still black, which I thought this was so clever because he was completely coated in the Electrum from the Golden Lagoon, and they actually made the tires gold. And I'm sure they looked at this before they did that. You know what I mean? They saw what the people were KOing before they did this. You can't tell me they didn't. And man, this guy wants to lean this way. Look at that. I've gotten action figures that all lean this way, and I swear it's not my surface. That's a little bit better. Smash them down some. Let me see. Did I cover everything? I'm gonna open up his back compartment here. Take a look in there, and it's all gold chromed out there. And you can see in here that there is that brownish gold color underneath. So if you do scrape it off, you're not going to be looking at red or some black. You're going to have a similar color underneath if you do scrape it off. And again, they tell you don't transform this thing. And while I'm talking to you, I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm going to transform. I'm going to transform this one. I'm going to go off camera and transform that one, but I am going to transform it, no doubt. Back of his head, again, he's completely chromed out. And without that guy back there, his gold looks great. But when you add this rich gold, oh no, I don't know. And I love having a yin and a yang versus a titan against a titan. They go head up. I'm happy to have both of them. I'm just pissed off about that pin. So here they are side by side. What do you guys think? Which one looks better? What do you think about the choices they made in the plastics? And again, his fist. They definitely should have not did his fist. They should have did it in the color that they have here, or whatever color they use underneath. It's all, you can't, they're cracking, like you can hear the plating crack as you move his fingers in his hands. They definitely should have went a different route with his hands because it holds things. But if you're just going to display it standing there, then that's fine. I think they made better choices on the KO Megatron, which again will make an appearance in this review. And his mirrors on the side, I missed that too. You know, I'm in awe. I just opened these guys up. So, well, I opened this one up to inspect it because I always have a problem, and I found a problem. But I haven't had a chance to tinker with these guys, so I'm discovering things, and you might see things like, why is he not talking about that? Because I literally just opened it up, and I don't know. And that's what my reviews are all about. We're opening it up together, and we're checking out the toy together. But he has the mirrors on the side. They're clear. This guy has the mirrors on the side. Again, I forgot about it, and they're clear. So, those are the similarities. Well, I'm going to get to accessory time here. I'm going to bring out his axe, which has some spots on it that I did not put on. Look like some water drops or something. I did not do that. I've never removed this axe. There's his energy axe, which all chromed out is kind of goofy because it's an energy axe. The energy axe should still be the energy axe when you pull it out. It should burn off the Electrum or whatever because it's like a lightsaber. And here is his gun, which again, they might have could have used some of this plastic on the gun, because it folds up and it's part of the gimmick that goes in his back. So you really don't want to do that, fold it up and put it in his back because of that. Here's his matrix. The crystal is clear. Why the crystal is clear, I don't know. Well, I do know because they used all clear, and it was like, we're not going to use an extra batch of plastic on the toy, but it should still be matrix color blue in the middle. But I guess to differentiate it further, they did it like that. So those are his three accessories coming to the real deal. They did it in the plastic, and you can still bend it. It's still a little bit pliable. They did it in the gold plastic. Same thing with his gun, which I feel is a much better choice. But it depends on what you like. If you're just going to display it sitting there blinged out, and you might want to look better, but you can still, this way it's still functional, I should say. And I never liked this gimmick. I like a straight up gun, but it's always been in there. But it works just fine. And again, I think they should have went with this choice over here as well, just to use the gold color plastic. You don't have to worry about rubbing it off. And coming to his matrix, and it looks like they did the exact same thing. I don't know if they took a page from there, but they could have chromed it. It's just paint. They could have chromed it with some of the gold chrome. You know, why stop there? I don't get it. Where's my chrome? And you can see this has a lot less detail in the die cast than this one has. And they both went with the white crystal. I don't know if they just copied it from over there or they had the same train of thought, like we're only using one type of translucent plastic and that's it. Up and down it goes. Oh, no gold came off, but front and back of the accessories. Open up his chest and see if he can house the matrix. And maybe they didn't gold plate it because it might have been too thick to sit in here. Something like that. You know, these people are smarter than me. They design toys and all that. And then I opened up, it stuck as one piece when I opened it up, which is alright. Well, I don't have to go through all this mess, but I still need to see if it operates separate. Yeah, it does. It has the gold paint on there. It has a little, and it has some flecking to it. I don't know if it's coming across on camera. The gold paint all over him has some fleck to it. A little shimmer, which I didn't bring up, and I'm sorry for that. Take the matrix. This is the front in there, and it goes into the little gold plastic, and it sits right in there as normal. See if I can close it up and close the chest up with no problem. Oh, it's kicking back. I might not have something flush. Yep, and it closes back up as normal. So he has the matrix in his chest. Put his gun in his hand. And it's sitting there just fine. Close it up. Yeah, I never liked that gun. Never. It's too little. I don't like the little knot from the gimmick thing in there. The gun works great. Go for the energy axe. Again, it should have just been normal. I guess they didn't think about that. Because if he cuts that thing on, the electrons burning off. Otherwise, it's just a damn axe. A metal covered axe. And that works just fine. Over here. And over here, I am not going to put this in the chest and get it stuck. And then have to scrape it out and all of that. I think I showed you guys the inner workings. I think. If not, I'm going to hit it again. And yeah. Okay, I got it up so we can look inside, and it's all gold plated inside there. And I'm not going to stick it in there. I'm just going to get it up there to it, and that's where. One more time. Missed the review. I gotta try, and there you go. There's the matrix in his chest. But yeah, we're gonna. Dang it. Get that back out of there. Get this thing closed up. His gold. They didn't skimp on his gold. What's there is done well. But his chest, it just doesn't fit up like it should. Maybe I could work with. Oh, I got it. I just popped it a little bit better. Got it to pop. I was afraid to mess up anything. You don't want to just damn break it. You just got it. Maybe I could break it a year from now. It won't hurt so bad. But here he is. Get his axe out of here, and I'm gonna maybe try. It's not filled in on the inside, so I guess I can slide it on. But I think it's gonna rub the fist. Let's give it a gentle try. Okay, it went on there without too much fuss. And there he is with his axe. Get this off of here gently. Like I said, I'm not sure how durable their plating is. Most plating is not very durable. Try his gun. And it's fitting up pretty well considering the plating is over it. His gun, his hand, well, it was in there. All right, there it goes. Back in there. He's holding the gun on his own. His fist's not really closed up over it. So he can hold this gun if you want him to. Megatron, you're through. And now I'm going to get these guys transformed. Maybe. I'm going to transform this guy, but when I come back from the little cutscene, he may or may not be transformed. So give me a second. All right, everybody, here is Optimus Prime all transformed, and he looks fantastic, except for this window right here. Like, no matter what I do, it's not sticking on anything, but it will not stay closed in this mode. The hinge feels free and unhindered, but when I get it in closer, it may be some of the chrome in here that's not allowing it to stay shut. It's not breaking my heart or anything, but you know, it's a problem in this mode. So I've run across one problem in this whole thing. I'm gonna set him down, see how he rolls. He rolls pretty good. This one tire, and it could be me just not having it just right. The one front tire doesn't want to roll on this side, but he rolls pretty good. And I'm kind of worried about this under here scraping or whatever. I think it has good clearance. There is chrome underneath. And taking a look at this mode, you can see the golden rubber tires, which is awesome. The gold rims, the gold gas tank. It's pretty cool. And this mirrors out, which you can't see anything behind them now. But man, I think this looks very good. Looks better than the KO by far. So I'm going to bring them in closer so you guys can get a better look side by side. These guys, as you look at the translucent mirrors or translucent parts, the KO is a little bit more smoky than Takara. Like the translucent over here is much more clear. You can really tell it on the windows, the rear view mirrors, I should say. And side by side in this truck mode, I got them in there evenly. I'm turn them over, look at the bottom of these guys. Am I getting it all in? And the tires really stand out. This wouldn't have bugged me at all, but it's just done better because they included the tires. I really thought that was a nice touch. And to the side, where you can see the translucent Autobot logo and the painted on. Let's see if I'm just trying to make sure I get them all in, get a good look at them for you guys. Side by side. Hey, I went the extra mile and transformed it for you guys. You better hit like. I took a big chance because I have bad luck with KOs. And again, it's not fitting up as well over here. Like I couldn't smash it in and get it. And I don't want to break it. It was already tough enough to turn it with all the chrome in here, to turn this hinge in, to get the arm behind him. It was very hard. I like them both. I like this one a lot better. And for what is it, like 60 bucks more, you get this. And I'm sure they're going to make a KO version that looks just like this. So if you want to wait on it, I know it's coming. All right, and on the KO, because I don't know if it's the issues, but it won't roll. The front tires won't roll for jack. You can see it. It's dragging. And I think like when you turn it over, like to just try to spin it, like it just won't spin. Like I got it loose there, but you won't get the continuous spin out of the front tire. So it's hindered probably by the plating. And this side, like it's not spinning at all. Like I can touch that, flick it. Try to flick this one, nothing. I can grab it and twist it. Maybe it needs to be loosened up by a little bit of play, I don't know, but it's very hindered. And again, they tell you don't transform this version. This is not what this version was intended for, and I'm stretching it for this toy review and maybe stretching it as far as breaking it and stretching my luck. So, but I wanted you guys to see it. Alright everybody, I got these guys back into robot mode without any problem. He was a little stiff in his transitions, but I didn't flake, I didn't chip. I had that one little piece pop off and I don't know where it goes. And I'm happy I don't know where it goes because they are back and they look great together. They're completely different and I like them both, but the Takara version is the winner. Even with the hefty price of the Takara version. I call this like a bronze gold, but my little son called it caramel gold, and I like that better. I should have been using that the whole review. This caramel gold looks better. It's more awesome. It allows for a better transformation, not having the entire thing chrome plated. For the price point, this one is like 65, 70 bucks more. But I think it's worth it if you're going to pick it up. And you can actually find it a little bit cheaper on some place. I saw it like $30 cheaper on one eBay site, but you know, you gotta wait like a month for it to come in the mail and all that stuff from China. So, and they're going to KO this thing. They're going to give not this KO, but it's gonna look just like this, and you'll probably get it for about $100 if you're interested in it. I like it. I'm happy to have it. I may get the other little companion pieces that are not Masterpiece toys, but they're Golden Lagoon made to go with this guy. And my only complaint on this figure is in truck mode where the window wouldn't stay shut, and I probably could figure that out. But this version here had the issue with this little piece not having a hinge in there, and I got it off TF Direct. You guys need to know, if you're buying off TF Direct, you're gonna have some issues. And I know there's some people that got a perfect product, but I'm like, I've ordered like 11 things and 9 toys have had issues. 9 of them. That's super high. And no, I haven't learned my lesson, but I will. It was the only place I knew to get this thing, and I really wanted it. So, but I will not be buying off those guys again. I've had enough. They send me coupons and $5 off here and there for my inconvenience. Just send me my damn pen, and I'm happy. All right, everybody, I'm gonna get out of here, and I want to thank you guys for joining me for another Masterpiece versus KO Battle Royal Clash of the Titans, and I'll see you soon.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the Autobots, transform.
Alright, Transformer fans, welcome to the bonus review, and in the bonus review I will be bringing out, as promised, my Golden Lagoon KO Megatron. Here he is, and you can see the difference in the chrome. Yeah, if you're planning on getting these guys, you can see the differences in the two of them, and the gold way they stand out. Bring them closer, you can look at his caramel pieces versus his caramel pieces and see they're a lot different. There's a huge difference in the caramel gold color plastic on these guys. I'm trying to see, I think maybe the thighs are a little bit closer to that part. And I'm going to move him to the side and bring out the KO that he was meant to be a companion piece for. And here are these two guys side by side. And in his copper gold, caramel gold is a lot different than his. And I'm not sure if the same third parties are making these guys, because you think they would have made sure the plastic pieces matched up in the inner thighs. The gold matches up pretty well. These guys look great together. So even if they chose to do a KO Megatron based on these colors, I would still have this to go with that, which they still look good. I still like the way they look, Golden Lagoon style. So that has been my little bit of bonus review. Again, I am George, the 80s Transformer fan. Thank you for watching my toy review, and I'll see you soon.